Welcome to my tech video series on Ecel 2016. In this video, we're going to look at the creation of column charts. Now, most persons will be able to make their way through this exercise without any help. Microsoft have made it that simple. However, the problem occurs when the data is not in consecutive fields. That means they are not contiguous. So how do we get that done? So what we're going to do to demonstrate this is to use the English and do a comparison between the English and the Spanish marks for the students, the first 12 students in the class. So here's the process. We have the names of the students and the English marks together, so that selecting those two fields is no problem. But we want to also add the Spanish marks, but not the math nor information technology. To do that, you have to hold down the control key, that little key at the bottom left hand corner of your keyboards that marks CTRL. So hold it down with your index finger, and while holding that key down, move your pointer over to the Spanish field, and you select those marks as well, and you can now release that key. Once you have done that, the rest of the process is pretty simple. We go to the Insert menu, and we go across to where it says Charts, and then we select the one that looks like a column chart. You can click the down arrow, and then we have a choice between three different types. You can go 2D, you can go 3D. For this exercise, we are going to go 2D. Now we can't go below because these are bar charts down at this level. And we do not want a bar chart, we want a column chart, so it is one of these first two. So let's go with the 3D column chart. And with one click, you have the chart there on your screen. Previously, you had to go through a long wizard to do that. That's a one-click function. It's not quite finished yet though, because you can see that there's no title and there are no axis labels. But you have your legend at the bottom where you see the blue is English and the orange looking color is the Spanish mark. So we need to do some editing. First of all, let's deal with chart title. It's not enough just to have this thing saying chart title. You need to put in something that makes sense. So just put your pointer over where it says chart title, double click, and you see it's now highlighted. You can delete whatever's in there, and now you type a proper title. You always ensure that your title makes sense. It's like writing an essay. Your topic should always relate directly to what is within the body of your essay. Same thing for a chart. You always make sure that the title speaks directly to what is being displayed. It is a message that you're passing over to the user. So we have that, but we still do not have axis labels, so we don't know what these axes mean. So you can go to the fancy format menu here and search around, but that takes a little too much time. Microsoft have made it extremely easy. Once you have selected your chart, you see that there's a plus sign right here. That plus sign gives you everything that you need. So click on that plus sign, and you see that right now they have the axes turned on, the chart title is turned on, the grid lines are on, and the legend. What we want to add is the axis label, so just check that box, and you see there appear one here and one over here. However, though, we don't have to make them meaningful, so again double click. Once you do that, you can remove what is there. So on this x-axis, you know that those are the names of the students, so you can just type names, Oh no, sorry, you call that students. Or if you like, student names. Again, it has to make sense, whatever you call it. And for this one here, you double click again and remove what is already there. And you can simply call this marks. You click anywhere, that brings it off. There are a few other things that you can do to your chart. Of course, on a normal condition, you will not leave it in this position because it is sitting directly in front of the data. You may want to move it to a new sheet, but we will not do that in this tutorial. To move it to a new sheet, you simply select it by clicking anywhere there, anywhere in this area around here, so that you see the handles on the outside. You can simply use Control X to cut, go to your new sheet, Control V, paste it onto your new sheet. That's it. Now the question is, what else can we do to this chart? So they go back to the X, to the plus sign again, and we go down the list and see what can be done. Data labels, you can actually add the marks to each column. That, however, is not always a tidy thing to do, so you may want to avoid that. And then you have the data tables, which again doesn't look very well, but there may be some particular use for that. Of course, you'll have to expand your chart a lot bigger if you are going to use these features. You can also go to the brush, and that will allow you to choose some of the preset formats or styles for your chart. So you can just go through them by just pointing at them, and you'll see the various changes. You get the preview, and you can then decide if you want to use one of them or if you want to keep what you have. In my case, I'm going to keep what I have. You notice that I just click anywhere on the sheet and that disappears. I'll click on the chart itself, it comes back. You can also do some filtering. So here on the funnel, you can click on that, and you'll see that it shows everything that is actually in the chart. So from here, you can get rid of one of the subjects if you want to. So when they point at English, you see that the Spanish sort of appears in the background. When I point at Spanish, English appears in the background, which means that I can turn off the check. And when I click apply, that particular subject will disappear. I don't want to do that, so I just turn it back on. You also see that the students, all the names are listed here at the bottom, and as I point out each one, it highlights that particular student, and I can remove that student from the list by simply unchecking his or her name along here, and that student will disappear from the chart altogether. Once you have unchecked any of these selections here, you can click the apply button at the bottom, and that's it. You're finished. You're ready to go. You should be able to change these colors if you want to. I'm not sure if you really want to, but you can. If you click on the column, one of the columns, it will then allow you to do some editing. Will be over to the right your format pane, and that will allow you to change the color of the particular column if you so desire. We will not be doing that though, so you just bypass that. Again, click anywhere outside the area, and that will remove the select. That's it for charts. Enjoy.